This would be great if it wasn't a tutorial. I'm pretty sure only aliens can physically play this.
Okay, you got my attention. Let's talk about how impossible some of my tutorials are to play. Or are not. First, I have to clear up a few things about piano tutorials. I know they carry that title, but I need to warn you that they are not simply or exclusively piano tutorials. They are covers.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Don't worry, we'll talk about the proper way to use them as tutorials in a moment. You may have noticed by now that I place a high value on the fidelity of the original arrangement. A parenthesis, not only in notes, but in tempo. And sometimes even in pitch. What I do is a technique known as orchestra reduction, but trying to preserve the octaves. The idea is to emit the main sounds of the theme, so that when played on the piano it sounds as close as possible to the original. Still, it is possible to use the videos as tutorials. In fact, in the reductions I always consider a possibility or alternative of human performance, so yes, I think of them as tutorials for you. Otherwise, I could get much closer to the original theme simply by adding dozens of voices based on each instrument in an orchestra, for example. Then it wouldn't even be necessary 10 hands, but 10 pianos, because even the notes would collide. Anyway, I try to limit my arrangements to a maximum of 3 or 4 voices for the piano staff, depending on how essential or determining these voices are for the original music. Now it's easier to see how you can enjoy videos as piano tutorials, isn't it? Just identify the voices, choose 2 or more, and follow the tutorial for them. I said 2 or more because it doesn't necessarily mean that you will only be able to learn 1 voice per hand. This is quite common in choral scores as well. In our case, it will depend on the regions and the number of notes. The first way is to try to identify divisions visually by looking at patterns and regions. In most videos, I also leave tips about the clefs. One color represents the bass clef and the other the treble clef. The second is by the score. In this case, stems in opposite directions symbolize different voices. A reminder, in some scores you may find some chords with large extensions in a single voice. You can treat them as arpeggios or exclude some notes from the ends. That's it. I hope you've understood my reasons and that this guide will make it easier for you to play the songs. I also hope that now the amount of comments in this regard will decrease considerably, and if you find some out there, you can help me by directing this video to them. Anyway, if you still have any questions, please write them below. See you soon. Bye.